Hey, what's up, yo? It's Noka2 coming at you with a comic book haul. First, as always, I want to thank everyone who's taken their time to watch my videos and post a comment. I appreciate it. And I guess I'll start off with the announcement that this channel is intended for adults and not children. Usually, I'm pretty clean in my language, but occasionally something may slip. So I want to put that warning out there. I know a lot of channels have been shutting down in fear of the COPA from YouTube fine. Which, to be honest, I can understand that. Channels should be labeling themselves. I know my son watches YouTube Kids, and even on YouTube Kids, sometimes I think the content is questionable, and I'll report them. Really for children's safety. So with that, let me wish everyone a happy new year. I've been buying a lot of books. It's been a while since my last post. Mainly I haven't posted because I've been busy, and also I ran out of my lights and fullbacks, and it didn't make any sense to file the books until I had them in my lights, because that's what I've been trying to do. And I actually thought about driving down to Baltimore and picking them directly up from Gerber, because I buy so many. The postage is significant. So, but I didn't make it down there, so I just bought 1,000. I probably will go down maybe after the snow clears up. But anyway, let's start. So Emma Frost #2. I know a lot of people, hate on Greg Horn, but his covers are still pretty hot. And the Emma Frost, particularly the beginning ones, are pretty hot covers, and some of them do have some heat. So Emma Frost #2, #4, and all these books I got for either a quarter or 50 cents. There's an occasional dollar scattered in here, and I'll mention it. And then if there are new comics that I picked up on New Comic Wednesday, I usually don't show them. Occasionally they make it in here for filing, and I'll show them. So that's #4. This one not as hot, but I'm going to try to maybe get the first 10 covers. And #8. Still working on my James Jean cover run for Batgirl, which I'm almost complete. I'm missing, I think, 2 issues. This is Batgirl #48. I might do a video with just his covers, because he really is an artist. And then #51. I had 47, but once I got it home, it was a little damaged, and I didn't think it was worth the Mylar. So James Jean. Got a few Adam Hughes covers here. X-Men Classic #76 is going to have to be a placeholder, because I damaged it right there putting it in the bag. It was pretty brittle. I'm not sure why it was so brittle, because it's not that old of a comic, but it is what it is, I guess. J2 #1, and then #5, which is the first appearance of Wild Thing. I know a lot of people have been showing this, the daughter of Wolverine. So don't know much about these 2 books. I haven't read them, but I've seen a Mercenot and a few others show this book in their hauls, and when I saw it for a quarter, I was like, why not? Now, the next group of books that I got, I've been working on this series for quite a while. I had a couple of the comics as a child that were beat up, and like a lot of us, think we collect stuff that created memories for us as children. And this was my original book, Shogun Warriors #1. It's not in Mylar. It's kind of beat up. I might put it in Mylar just because. But I found all these books here, Shogun Warriors. I got the complete series, and I didn't pay more than $1 per book. Now, I went to a real live auction once, and the entire set went for like $200, which I did bid on, and then I stopped at $175 because I thought it was a little much for the books. And I'm glad I didn't buy it, because I ended up getting all of the books for less than $20. So I got #1, #2, Most of these are in pretty high grade. I don't think any comic was less than VF. Number 2 again. Number 2 again. Number 3. You know, they created this comic for the toy line. And a friend of mine had Raiden, which was cool when I was growing up as a kid, but we didn't have enough money to buy that toy. It's kind of an expensive toy at the time. Another copy number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. And it's funny how life has turned full circle again, where now like Pacific Rim is basically the Shogun Warriors, right? Number 7, the direct edition when they started doing direct comics. I got another number 7 newsstand copy. Number 8. Another number 8. And I got multiple copies because, like I said, they were only a quarter. Number 8. Number 9. Number 10. I actually had that comic as a kid. I don't know where it's at. Number 11. It's funny. It's like I had that comic and I always wanted to know how it ended because I bought it at a flea market but never had it. And then I got number 11 finally to see the ending. Number 12. Got a couple copies of number 12. Number 13. Number 14. Number 15. Direct edition of 15. 16. 17. 18. Couple copies of 18. 19. And number 20. So that was kind of cool to get all those. So I'm glad to have found them. And like I said, I didn't pay more than $1 for any book. I think most of them I actually paid 50 cents or a quarter. Another random group of comics. Wonder Woman 95, which is a great Brian Boland cover. Still trying to get those 13 covers of the original Gen 13. I need to write them down. I knew I had this one already, the Thumbs Up. I think it was cover 1B. I thought this was a cover, but it's not, of that initial first issue. But this is Gen 13 number 1. It's a wraparound cover, but it's really basically a directory of the characters. It's kind of like a Marvel handbook of the Marvel Universe. Another classic Brian Boland Wonder Woman cover. And these were all a quarter. I got this recently at that toy shop that I go to. Wonder Woman number 19. He had $1.99 on that, which I thought was a decent deal, so I bought that. Another quarter book, Wonder Woman, by Quesada. Pretty good cover. 212, 224, really for run fillers. And I've been looking for this for a while. Now, this is not in near mint, but it's a good placeholder for me. It's not a very valuable comic. It's Miracle Man number 19. It's Adam Hughes' first cover work for DC. It's probably a VF. There's a few spine ticks you might be able to see right there. Got Tomb Raider number 44, Adam Hughes. Great near mint cover. Got that for a quarter. Barbed Wire, Adam Hughes. I don't know what number that is. I think it's 3 or 5, something like that. This is a new comic I just picked up, which, you know, it's a great wraparound cover by Adam Hughes. Deja Thorin, Thorne. That's the back, and I bought a couple covers so you could, a couple of copies so that you could see the whole thing while it's in Mylar. That's a beautiful cover too. And I got these books here. I haven't put these in Mylars yet. These I actually paid $1. It's funny, as I was looking for these books for a long time, and I just didn't want to pay eBay prices for it. I figured one day I'd come across it, and I did. This is Justice League Quarterly #1, Adam Hughes cover. And it's kind of funny, it's like, I'm sure many of you have the same experience where you look for a comic, and then after you find it, they just keep dropping in your lap. Here's Legionnaires 14, Adam Hughes. This comic here was $1. This was $1. Number 13, the And You Wouldn't Know cover by Adam Hughes. I love that cover. And I've been looking for that cover for a while. And then finally I found one. And I paid $3 for it. And then now I just keep finding them for a quarter or 50 cents. So that's my 4th copy of that. And similar to that, Legionnaires 7, 4th copy. Paid $1 for that. Paid a quarter for this one. Having Mylar. And they're all in high grade. And then another Legionnaires 14. And I just can't seem to resist picking them up if I find them. Rawhide #1, Adam Hughes. Classic looking Adam Hughes. And then I got this Legion #1. So I have all of his Legion covers in the early 90s. So I thought that was a good deal, for particularly for a quarter. These books here I got also for a quarter. They don't really go for a lot of money. I think maybe, in a good day, $10. But, the Spirits of Vengeance, Johnny Blaze and Ghost Rider, Venom cover. When you first look at it, you can't even really tell because it's so dark. But Venom is upside down in the cover. And it's just a great, great looking cover. And these were in high grade near a minute. So I picked up both of those for a quarter each since they were there. Next, I got, Midtown had their annual holiday clearance end of the year sale, 75% off, which is a great time to buy some variants at cheap. So, but one of the things they did have was they had Detective 1000, right? And so this was I think this was the midnight release of Detective 1000 by Jim Lee. It has a cover of $10, right? And they were selling these for $2.67. It was crazy. So I bought a couple of these for $2.67. I didn't have that either. And, I kind of went a little bonkers on the Action 1000 because I was the first comic to reach 1,000, and bought several covers at regular price or even incentive price, and I was like, oh, that's just crazy. And a lot of those were on sale for 75% off too. Not the ones that I had, but a lot of the other ones. And I didn't buy any of them, but I did buy these. I didn't have them because I only bought, when Detective 1000 came out, I only bought the Adam Hughes Catwoman, which I've shown in a previous video. But for $2.67, I thought that was a great deal. Then I bought this Ben Oliver 1 in 25 variant, which is a really nice cover of Batman and Superman. 1 in 25. I think I paid $6 or $7 for that. That was a pretty good deal. That probably goes for $15, $20. Batman number 24, which is a 1 in 25 variant of the Joker. Who did this cover? I don't know who did this cover. Gilliam? Gilliam. And that's a 1 in 25 variant. I think you know, that used to go for some money, but you know, when I looked it up on eBay, it doesn't really go for that much. I bought it because I thought it would go for more, but I paid, I think, $7 or $8 for that too, which was a pretty good deal. I got 2 copies of this Batman number. Was this number 40? It's the Warner Brothers movie poster tribute of the Joker and the Mask. I don't know what number this is. I'm not sure what that number is. I think it's number 40 of the New 52 series. And that and the Batgirl Purple Rain one probably are the most pricey of the variants. And that was like, I don't know, $4 or $5. Got a copy of X-Force number 2, second appearance of Deadpool. It's probably only in VG condition because maybe just G because of that right there. But it was a quarter, so I got that. Got this for a quarter. Spectacular Spider-Man 189. I'm publishing that. And then back in the 90s, as many of you know, Marvel took their popular artists and they put them on different titles to do covers. Jim Lee did quite a few for Alpha Flight, Volume 1. A nice Jim Lee cover, quarter. Quasar number 14 by McFarlane. Jim Lee. I'm sorry, McFarlane and the Jim Lee one that went with it the month before, number 13. I don't really care for that cover, to be honest. Hey, Max. And this is number 14. I thought McFarlane's cover looked a lot better. Those were a quarter. This was $1. Action Comics Lego variant. Punisher War Journal number 7, first appearance of that lady that goes and becomes Lady Punisher, Michael somebody, maybe Linda Michaels, something like that. Then I got another copy of 52 week 48, first appearance of Ray Montagna, that becomes a New Question. 52 week 12, first appearance of Adriana Tomaz, that becomes a New Isis. I'm a sucker for picking these anniversary covers up of 25th anniversary of the issues where they have the border. Thor 373. And then I got Mockingbird number 1, full quarter, first appearance of Red Widow. I'm not sure why I got this book. I know it's the first appearance of somebody. Ghost Rider number 21. It's an all white cover. It's in pretty crisp and clean condition for a quarter. This I think I picked up at cover price at a local comic shop because it had sold out where I lived, and it's kind of the anniversary cover for Marvel that year. I think the 80th anniversary with the Venom. This was sold out. And then I got another copy of J2, first appearance of Wild Thing, the supposed child of Wolverine, full quarter. We got number 1 of Atari Force, which when this comic first came out, I picked up a bunch of the issues at a flea market, and it wasn't bad. I liked it. And, Garcia Lopez is a great artist. I mean, this is some pretty solid artwork. Pretty consistent. He was a pretty efficient drawer by reputation, so you never know. That might become a movie. I could see that becoming a movie, particularly since they did Guardians of the Galaxy. Some run fillers, Amazing $3.99 I didn't have. Another copy of Rose and Thorn, Adam Hughes. Now, if you didn't read this storyline, I'm slowly picking it up. I had a few of the issues, and Clayton Crane did some awesome covers for it. The Punisher number 220, where he gets the War Machine armor, I think from Shield, and I read this storyline. It's pretty cool, and he starts, just killing tons of people with it. And then until Iron Man comes in and stops him and tells him, I can use my armor a lot better and know it better than anyone, and so you better back off or something, and gives up the armor. Punisher in 221, 222, and 223. I'm going to have to look and see which issues I actually have, because I've got quite a few. Another one of the Marvel anniversary covers, Conan 188. And I'm going to have to really look into this, but this is Marvel Age number 2, which I may have shown before, but I'm just curious if this is the first appearance of Marina and Puck in this issue, because I don't know if this predates Alpha Flight number 1, but that's the cover of Alpha Flight number 1, so I'd have to look into that and see. I'll get back to you. And then another copy of Legionnaires 14. Yeah, 12 o'clock. And then the last comic I'm going to show in this haul is Superman 680. And I show this because I am a dog lover, animal lover. And this is Alex Ross Crypto. Now, Adam Hughes is probably my favorite. Whoa. Oh, shucks. Take some of these off. Artist. Sorry. Sorry about that. Adam Hughes is my favorite artist, and he did a cover for Superman number 14 with Crypto on it. There's not a lot of Superman covers where Crypto is the centerpiece, and I'll tell you, I gotta think that the Alex Ross cover looks better. I don't know. You tell me. Crypto here by Adam Hughes. I mean, he does have Supergirl and Wonder Woman, Superman going on there, but this one looks so much more, I don't know what the word for it is, but magnificent, I guess. With his cape flying in the air in the background, he's looking off, he's on top of a lion. So anyway, my wife also voted for this cover too, so I have to give it to it. This is another occasion where I think the Adam Hughes cover did not win. Now, granted, it's not a direct comparison of the issues, cover A and B, but I do like this Crypto cover, Dog of Steel, for better. So anyway, that's it for now. I've got a ton of books to show. I mean, I literally have thousands of books to bag and board now, but I wanted to get started with that, and we'll post another video shortly after I bag some more books. So that's it. That's my haul. Thanks for watching. Hope everybody enjoyed it, and Happy New Year, and hope everyone has a great year of comic hunting this year. Peace out.